The town is a hum that won't quiet.
The co-op's pad mount lot tonight in falling snow. You have been in this yard before. A cable came alive in it once, but you have not seen it like this. At the center of the lot, between the transformer bays, something upright stands where nothing stands. It is not dark the way night is dark. It is a seam. Perspective lines that should meet behind it decline to, and the snow, arriving at its face, stops, not settling, not melting, stopping. On the east side of the yard, the snow falls down the way snow has always fallen. On the west side, close to the seam, it falls up. Two men face it, small against the steel, one in a long, pale coat, one in a charcoal coat with a high collar. The old one takes a folded page from inside his coat and reads, in a voice you have only ever heard be careful, 2 lines.
Flaukowski ran with burning keys. Nowakoski followed, silent as void.
31 hours earlier.
Note to file. Short entry? Tonight, I will do the thing I have not done in living memory, mine or anyone's. I will ask for help. I have rehearsed it in the truck. The rehearsal went poorly. End of entry.
The workshop, 9 at night. Flaukowski is at the bench with the federal receipts for his own returned equipment, because that is the other thing that happened this week. The inquiry, having read what its evidence lab enumerated, has decided with unfederal speed that it would very much like the anomaly contained, and that the 2 people it was investigating are the only people who can. The paperwork calls it a supervised joint technical operation. Brandt calls it what it is.
It's a deal with the only devils available, Mr. Flaukowski, and I got you the long spoon. Equipment comes back under seal, Kessler and Chaudhary are cleared as technical staff, and I sign every log. One condition of my own, off the paper. When this is over, somebody explains the stairwells to me. I don't need it to be true. I need it to be an explanation.
And at 7 minutes past 9, at a door that has been walked through, slid past, and materialized behind all season, there is, and the instruments in the room all keep their calibration, and the wood stove ticks, and nothing else in the world is strange for 3 full seconds. A knock.
Ida, someone is knocking on my door.
So open it.
You don't understand? Someone is knocking on my door. That has never, in the entire, the door has been decorative. Ada, the man treats walls as editorial suggestions.
I can hear you. The door is not thick. May I come in? Through the door, which I knocked on.
Flaukowski opens the door. Kanaka Nowakoski stands in the snow with his hat in his hands.
The thing under the county has finished noticing and begun deciding. I can feel it the way you feel, whether in a knee. I cannot close it alone. I have tried closing such things alone. And the file, as you know, contains the results. You have mathematics I do not have. I have practice you do not have. I am asking. This is me asking. It does not come naturally. So if the sentence has the wrong shape, do me the courtesy of hearing the right one.
Oh, come in, wipe your feet.
I always wipe my feet.
The negotiation takes 4 hours, and both men arrive at it carrying terms the way other men carry weapons.
Conditions. 1. Doors. From tonight you use them, all of them, in both directions, like a person. I cannot plan an operation with a man who might be behind me.
Accepted, with an exception for emergencies. Definition of emergency to be mine. Counter condition, mathematics. If that place hands you an equation, through the repo, through a dream, through the frost on your truck, you do not run it. You do not finish reading it. You bring it to me unread. You have a documented weakness for elegant gifts.
Accepted. Condition 2, the file. And when this is over, whatever over means, Gary Sawicki's pages. Whatever your file holds about what he is now, he gets to read it before I do, and before anyone federal ever knows it exists.
The file does not. Accepted. Counter condition, and it is my last. If the operation reaches a moment where only one of us can walk out, and I have stood in that moment, engineer, in rooms you have seen the photographs of, you do not improvise. You do the arithmetic we agreed, and you walk. You have people in kitchens. I have a file. The trade is not close.
I'm not agreeing to that one.
I know. I am putting it in the minutes anyway, so that later, whichever of us is left can prove the other was warned. This is how it is done between professionals. Shake my hand.
They shake hands. It lasts a second and a half and embarrasses everyone, including the stove. The alliance itself fits on one whiteboard. It is worth recording that they are, immediately and infuriatingly, good at working together. The old man's instincts and the engineer's instruments snapping into a rhythm that both of them resent, because it implies something neither wants implied. Chaudhary formalizes the method by midnight, and being the only one present with a taxonomist's soul, names it.
We never touch the thing itself. Every action is performed first against a full copy, state, structure, dynamics, and only a verified safe action graduates to reality. The copy is an echo of the world, so echo protocol. Yes, I capitalized it. 60 years of physics, a man earns 2 capital letters.
And the copy tells us the truth? The rehearsal behaves like the performance?
The copy is faithful to everything we can measure. Note the shape of that sentence, please, everyone. It is the load-bearing wall of the next 2 days.
It is a good method. It is careful. I am on record with one reservation, which I will say once and then work anyway, because the alternative is worse. In my experience, a copy of a thing that good is not a copy. It is a second thing. Where I am from, we did not rehearse in front of mirrors after dark. Proceed.
They proceed. 2 days of it. The returned rack under federal seal. Delta 33 unquarantined one function at a time with Ada's hand resting on the kill switch like a pianist's on a chord she hopes not to play. The work montage of it would be almost domestic, if you could not see what they are mapping. The wound, instrumented at last, its edges surveyed by echo, and at the center of the survey, where every correlation line in the county converges, a location, with coordinates in the world.
Say it out loud so I know I computed it twice.
The co-op pad mount lot, your substation Flaukowski, 80 meters from where you nearly died. The breach's anchor has been in that yard the entire time, or the yard grew around it. The mathematics is indifferent to which.
In the middle of the second day, there is a pause that the log records only as break 22 minutes, and this account will spend 1 paragraph on it, because there are 2 episodes of this story and then there are no more. Flaukowski, alone at the bench with cold coffee, takes out the Ellis Road photograph. He carries it now the way other men carry saints, and Kanaka, passing behind him, stops.
She was laughing because I had dropped the coil, 40 pounds of wire, and I chased it down the yard like a man chasing a hat. She said.
He does not finish. He puts 1 finger on the edge of the photograph, the edge only, the way you touch a thing in a museum when the guard is kind. And then he goes back to the whiteboard and is unbearable about coordinate conventions for 1 entire hour. And Flaukowski lets him be, because Flaukowski, of all the men alive, knows exactly what that hour is for. The practice side of the operation is not on the whiteboard, because it will not fit in the notation. On the second afternoon, Kanaka walks the substation yard alone, cleared by Brandt as site inspection. And at 11 points around its perimeter, he sets flat river stones, and on each one, kneeling in the snow with a brush and a jar of ink. He mixed in the truck. He paints a single character that is in no font, 2 strokes and a hook.
The mark from the cathedral, the one that took you 4 tries.
5. Today. The wind. Do not photograph these, do not copy them, and when this is done, I collect every stone myself in order, and you do not help. That is not secrecy. That is disposal procedure. You, of all men, understand that some materials require it.
You told me the mark is not for reading. 11 of them in a ring around my substation. Who are they for?
For the ones who cannot read it. You are about to ask what it costs? I saw you inhale. Do not ask what it costs. It is my half of the budget, engineer. And I have already spent worse on less.
The disagreement arrives on schedule at the end, where it was always waiting. The survey is done. The method works. And on the whiteboard, there are two end states, and they are not the same end state.
We seal it fully. The echo gives us the closure geometry. We compute it. We perform it. The seam knits. And this county goes back to being a place where snow falls down. That is the operation. That was always the operation.
Walk the consequence. Seal the breach and every structure that exists because of it, everything holding its shape against the drift. What happens to the things inside the edges, the circulating streams, the kept goodbyes? Gary, old man, half of Gary's records live on the far side of that seam. You knit it shut, and the halves can never reconcile. You don't heal him. You amputate the disagreement, and I promise that man we'd find the answer where he's in the kitchen the next morning. Both of us standing here is because somebody refused to let a record die. The cathedral kept my unsent letter. Sealing is not safety, it's triage where we choose who becomes a memory.
And leaving it open is triage where the wound chooses. You think I have not run your argument? I have run it for centuries, with different faces in it. Every time, engineer. The ones who waited to save everyone saved no one. The mathematics of mercy at a breach is the cruelest arithmetic there is, and I have done it with a brush, in the dark, more than once. And I am telling you, the remainder is never zero. We seal it whole. We grieve what that costs, and Gary Sawicki gets one clean world that agrees he is alive in it, which is one more than he has now.
You don't know the seal resolves him to this side.
No, I do not know. You have found the exact size of my ignorance, and I congratulate you, and it changes nothing, because your alternative is a door standing open in a county full of people who have never once locked anything. We are not going to convince each other. Note it and stand down. We have until tomorrow night to agree on an operation we can both live behind.
It is Ada who asks the question that breaks the deadlock open, not by answering it, but by making it larger.
Before you two carve the world up between sealing and keeping, you said you've seen this before. You keep saying it. Centuries, other faces, the file, the results. I've read 60 pages of this story and signed my name to it, so I've earned the long version once. What exactly have you seen?
And the old man looks at her, and at the engineer, and at the whiteboard with two futures on it, and does the thing the season has been waiting for him to do, since a camera caught him standing behind a working man in the dark.
I have seen this event before, not one like it. I am being precise now, so listen precisely. I have seen versions. A room like this one, before rooms like this one existed. A person with the mathematics, and a person with the practice, and a seam, and a night with the snow going two directions. I have seen it fail. I believe I have seen it fail more than once. And here's the part I have never said aloud, so the file can hear it too. My memory of those nights does not chain. Like your commit that could not have happened. I remember carrying the outcome. I do not always remember being there. And once, in the version I trust least and think about most, the person with the mathematics. I will not describe the person with the mathematics. You will say it is you. It may be you. Tense is difficult in your language. In mine, it is worse.
The verse. That's what the verse is. It's not a prophecy, it's a minutes. Somebody's record of a previous attempt leaked backward like everything else in that place. Run with burning keys. Keys, prime keys, all man, scattered. Your files, all this page runs backward. My archive predates its own language, and both of them are trying to tell us how this went last time.
Or how it goes every time. Which is why tomorrow we will be careful in a way I have possibly never managed to be careful before. One of us seals, one of us speaks. The verse hands out both jobs, engineer. It has never once told me which of us holds which, and I have had a very long time to read 2 lines.
The last afternoon, Flaukowski drives to the northwest side and sits in Marta's kitchen for 50 minutes and tells her nothing, which she permits, because the arrangement holds in both directions. He fixes the loose cabinet hinge she has been meaning to mention. He eats 2 pieces of the bad store pie and says it's good. At the door, with his hand on the knob, his sister, who has watched men in this family walk out of this kitchen toward things they wouldn't name for 40 years, says the only thing there is to say.
Whatever it is, you come back and tell me it went fine, or you come back and tell me nothing. But you come back, Teo. Both halves of that sentence matter, and only one of them is optional.
Tomorrow night, then, the yard. Brant clears it for a protection system test, which is even technically true. And at the perimeter gate, at 11:15, there is a complication in insulated coveralls, holding a thermos, refusing to be anywhere else.
Don't. Whatever the first word was going to be, don't. It's my records you're all operating on tonight. My funeral card. My wife who took that call. You want me to sit home watching the game while a committee decides which half of me is load-bearing? I'll stay out of the way. I'll hold the fence like everybody's grandpa. But I'm going to be present, Flaukowski, at my own, whatever this is. A man should attend the things that are about him. My dad taught me that at other people's funerals.
Truck with Ada, headset on, thermos shared, and if she says drive, you drive and you don't look back at the yacht while you do it.
Deal? Flaukowski. Whichever way it goes in there, the kitchen. Next morning. That's the one I'm betting on? Bet's been good so far. I'm still here to lose it.
Ada at the instruments in the truck. Gary beside her with the thermos. Chaudhary on the echo, running the closure geometry a final time against the copy, where it performs perfectly. Note the shape of that sentence. You were asked to. 11:51 p.m. The 2 of them walk out under the sodium lights to the exact center of the survey, where there is nothing at all.
Instruments?
Green, all baselines holding. Whatever you're going to do, the yard doesn't know you're...
She does not finish the sentence because the yard finds out. Between one flake of snow and the next, without a rival, without a vent, the seam is simply present, upright at the center of the lot, in the way it has perhaps always been present, and only now stopped declining to be seen. The perspective lines give up behind it. The snow on the west side reverses, gently, like a decision. Every instrument in Ada's truck reads exactly 0, perfectly calibrated, absolutely still. The silence of a room where something has turned to face the microphone. Which returns this account to where it began, 31 hours later and 1 step short, 2 men before a seam in the world, and a folded page, and a voice being careful.
Flaukowski ran with burning keys. Nowakoski followed, silent as void. One of us seals it. One of us speaks its name. And in 31 hours of preparation, engineer, we have agreed on the geometry, the sequence, the abort conditions, and the placement of every cable, and not on which of us is which. So decide now, both of us, out loud, in front of the yard, because it is listening, and I do not believe it intends to let us take turns.
Ada, log the time.
The Story of Flaukowski, Episode 7, The Black Gate. The attempt is tomorrow's account. Bring what you keep.
Note to file. Addendum from the truck before. If this is read by who it is for, the man beside me tonight argues for keeping what I argued to close, and he argues it the way you used to. leading with other people's names. I have not told him that. It would cost too much to say why. The file will know. End of entry.
Chorus came in at the closing. The chorus